Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I've been thinking lately about the events of the past few days. Those who haven't watched my previous video or did watch the previous video and still wondering what happened to me, well, I guess I can reveal the details now. We're mostly out of the woods at this point. So, my mother on May 8th got hit by a motorcycle and suffered traumatic brain injuries. Like her head, the back of her head hit the pavement, and a lot of blood. Like I've seen the photos in the police report. She got hit by a grab motorcycle. We were able to squeeze 20,000 out of that guy, but wanted to arrest him and file a case against him. Well, it's too much trouble. Like seriously, it's just gonna be bad, and it's gonna take focus away from caring for our mother. We stayed in the hospital for 9 whole days until last week, Friday. She was able to get discharged and drag her back home here. We've been here for like 9 days now. So it's been, what, 18 days? The date is May 25. So it's been 17 days since the accident. Her progress has been rapid. Luckily, the damage she took to her brain isn't bad at all. There was no need for surgical intervention. There was only, hematomas in the front of her brain on her frontal lobe. That only needed time to heal. She was hooked up on mannitol during her hospital stay. Mannitol is a diuretic, hooked up to an IV to flush out all the fluids from her system so that, there's no swelling in the brain. It did wonders. She did lose her bladder control, but which to this day is still a problem. She's hooked up to a Foley catheter, and the hope is one of these days during her catheter changes, she's going to be able to show progress with her bladder control, and we can then move on to bladder training and be able to pee on her own again. That's the hope. Otherwise, she's Foley catheter for the rest of her life. I don't know. There are some people who are like that, but they're functional. They're able to go about their daily lives with a bag full of pee around them. The same goes for like colostomy bags, right? There are people out there who live with their colostomy bags in, I don't know, their pocket or something, or hooked up to their belt. I don't know. But yeah, it's touch and go. But at the very least, she is alive and well, and getting back to her old self, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing because, well, she's getting back to her old self. Bad thing is, well, that makes her a stubborn bitch. Why do you call your mother a bitch? I've lived with that woman for 37 years so far. I think I know her better than anyone. Yeah. Anyway, long-winded explanation that leads to a familial situation. Don't worry, it's not a bad thing at all. It's just something that I think I want to ask people about in terms of their opinion about quirks of certain family members. In which case, this is my brother, my older brother. Of course, he's helping out, and he's gonna come by later. And I don't know if he's gonna see this. Hello, I don't give a fuck if you see this. But come on, if you're so proud about what you do, like, you wouldn't mind if I talk about it and give my opinion on it, since you wouldn't let me give my opinion on it while we're talking because you talk over me. The gist of it is, during his last visit, he was talking a lot of stories about how he solves problems and how he went about his health problems. He got a triple bypass surgery 10 years ago. He's all better now. Somehow he's still alive. But he was talking about how before his triple bypass surgery, he survived thanks to fish oil. But not just any fish oil, but a specific brand of fish oil that supposedly you could only buy in healthy options. The brand name is Solgar. So Solgar is a British brand, which, okay, that lends a little bit of credibility, because if it's an American brand, it's likely based in Salt Lake City, Utah. Utah has a supplements lobby. And supplements, as we know, no therapeutic claims, not approved by the FDA. The supplements market is like $1 billion industry that's full of shams and snake oil. And I'm someone who is really interested in supplements. I myself take a lot of supplements. Like here's my usual 15-day stack. Yeah, I put painter's tape over it, but I'll show you. Every day, one for each day. Yeah, I take like fish oil and soy lecithin and ashwagandha and stuff like that. Vitamin D, vitamin B. Just fill in the blanks. That's what works for me. I feel fucking amazing. Mind you, most of it is basically turning your money into pee. and flushing it down the toilet. That's mostly what it is. That's supplements for you. Most people don't need it. If you eat a balanced diet and get adequate exercise, you don't need it, really. You're 100% healthy. But for some people, it really helps them. In the case of my brother, he reported that back before he had his surgery, he had this heart disease, which turned out to be heart disease already. He had blockages all over. The only thing that really helped him was fish oil. And the great thing about fish oil is it has bunch of benefits. It decreases inflammation, your blood runs smoother, shit like that. It helps your joints. And when he was asking me about the benefits I felt from fish oil, I talked about joint health. That's what I experienced. That's my subjective experience. It helped my joints, especially when I got injured. I hurt my shoulder. I took fish oil. It made it better. It made me be able to move. My brother did not believe this. Apparently, he doesn't know that fish oil is actually really good for joints. It's lube for joints. What he knows about is the cardiovascular benefits of fish oil, which he himself experienced. And so he basically disparaged the brand of fish oil that I'm taking, which is a pretty good brand anyway. But dude's like, no, you should check this brand out. Then do cardio, like do your 100 burpees and shit. And then tell me about it, because I'm sure it's going to help you tremendously. I looked up the brand. The brand is Solgar. It's a British brand, and I look it up, and it looks pretty good. To see what people say about it, and they're like, it's an okay brand, I guess, but it's not Nordic Naturals. Nordic Naturals gets a lot of buzz. Or like, it's no better than Kirkland Signature. Kirkland Signature is it's a supermarket brand. It's like if SM Bonus came out with fish oil, it's kind of the same thing. But fish oil, you gotta understand, most fish oil is pressed out of anchovies. That's what it really is. It's like if olive oil came from oily fish. That's it. You just press it out of fish. So as long as you get it from a clean enough source, it's good. No, it's fish oil. What more can you do with it? Maybe add DHA to it and additional omega-3 fatty acids, but that's about it. If you get a fancier brand, you're getting it from a fancier bottle and pay a fancier price. But, it got me thinking, okay, my brother is talking so loudly, so braggadociously about this brand of fish oil, like he's selling it to me like he's on an infomercial. Billy Mays here for Solgar fish oil. I don't know. Or maybe it's like flex tape for your heart. Yeah, it's flex tape for your arteries. Slap it on with the might of Zeus. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it gets a little annoying. This is my brother we're talking about. This is a guy who brags that when one of his maids had lice in her hair, he wrapped it in plastic and sprayed Bygone all over it and then washed it off. No, seriously, he brags about this story. The guy's insane. We're basically cut from the same cloth. Come on, like we're brothers. So we're the type who comes up with DIY solutions. I myself had my own DIY medical solution. Like in 2010, I basically, when I had bacterial conjunctivitis, my eye was leaking pus. What did I do? I diluted Bactidol with some water in a plastic ball and then soaked it in my eye. I have video evidence of this. And guess what? After doing it a few times, it worked. My bacterial conjunctivitis was gone. My eye was no longer leaking pus in the morning. So I too am pretty familiar with DIY medical solutions. Stuff that would make doctors cringe. But here's the thing. I guess the main difference between my brother and I is that I have a lot more respect for institutional knowledge. I would have a little bit more patience. He wouldn't have patience. He would come up with his own solution. And when all else fails, then he would go to a doctor. Maybe that's it. But yeah, I don't know, man. My brother's the type of guy who who could sell you stuff in an infomercial. Come on, he's a salesman. He sells construction hardware. That's his business. That's our family's business. My father gave him that job. I'm not much of a salesman. I'm more of a nerd. I'm more of who works away behind a computer. So yeah, I don't have as much of that charisma. But on the other hand, I'd like to think I have a lot more patience. Maybe a lot of people would think that I'm sitting on my hands, but come on, I'm not the type of guy who would spray Bygone onto someone's hair, or I would vet if a brand of fish oil is actually any good, and maybe I would be wary of recommending someone that a brand of supplements is really effective, Or maybe it's because the heart disease has progressed so far that any kind of help would actually, do some good. In the meantime, my heart is perfectly fine, no diseases whatsoever. So it's not like the fish oil doesn't help, but I wouldn't feel any different, I guess, because I exercise regularly anyway. It's optimal. I'm fine. It's not steroids, is it? As far as I know, fish oil is not steroids, right? It's not an anabolic steroid. He talks as if fish oil is an anabolic steroid, specifically that brand. Well, anyway, that's all for now. I've ranted enough about, my brother bragging about a brand of fish oil. He didn't even make it. He just buys it from Healthy Options. I looked for it in Shopee. Yeah, it's there. If I tell him about the Shopee listing, he's just gonna call it fake. Yeah, anyway, that's all for now. Wish us luck. My mother's getting better every day. Hopefully, she'd be independent enough that I'll be able to get out of the house again. Anyway, that's all for now. Till next time, stay Tor.